Here on Coach's Corner, pink in the rink night, the Reading Royals taking on the Brampton Beast and looking for their second straight win. Coach, the Royals with an 8-0 win last night. What happened?
Great effort and execution. I think not a great first period by our guys, but sometimes that's due to obviously a 9-day break and shaking off a bit of the rust. But I think as the game went on, obviously we got a lot better from especially the drop of the puck at the start of the second period. I kind of think we put the hammer down and put the game out of reach pretty quickly. And credit to the guys for kind of deciding, hey, we're the better team and we're going to make sure they know it and everybody in the building knows it.
How can you tell when the team is putting the hammer down, besides just the goals?
I just think that their mentality of how fast we play, that's a team that really wants to slow the game down and to a crawl, basically. A lot like Brampton, in my opinion, and clog up the neutral zone, and we just didn't allow them to do it. Our D did an outstanding job of advancing pucks quickly, so they couldn't get to their set in the neutral zone, and we were just coming at them in waves on the line rush, and then eventually wears a team down when you got to chase the game. Like they got to play D in the D zone. Like then they're never have any energy to play offensively, so they're just dumping pucks, and we're going back the other way on offense. And then eventually they finally started taking penalties. And credit to our power play, they broke through last night, obviously with 4 for 4, and that sealed the deal.
4 power play goals for the Royals in 1 minute and 8 seconds. The first 3 power play goals were scored using just 33 seconds of man-up time. Plays right off the face-off and having a lot of work on the power play over the course of this past week with the time off. What did that do for the units?
I think it was just to get working and get some rhythm and being more assertive with how they play and want to be quick. I think some of our biggest problems this year on the power plays, we wanted to slow the game down into a crawl and get to our spots and make it pretty and make the perfect play instead of just going and taking what the other team gives you. And they really just kind of decided, hey, like we talked about earlier, like 33 seconds for 3 power play goals, like that's being assertive. Like there's no reason to worry about getting to your spots. Like we had opportunities and seams available off face-offs, and we took advantage of it.
Brampton coming to town tonight. You mentioned the pace, and we've seen it this year that Brampton likes to play sometimes an exceedingly defensive style, and the way you described it is sometimes they'll give up the puck in certain spots to get back in their right defensive positioning. Series is tied 3 games apiece. What's the importance of tonight's game for the club?
Obviously, I think it's huge. Like I know that you kind of look at the standing and say, well, they're a little further behind us. But especially at this level, like one tough weekend or one good weekend, one way or the other, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, geez, we're back. We're in a dogfight again. And I kind of said that to the guys after the first. Like, Brampton was winning last night, Worcester was winning, and we had a 1-0 lead, and I didn't think we played very well. And in the first period, I was like, hey, guys, like this is an opportunity to continue to put a stranglehold on our position in the standings. And I think, especially these games, like these are 4-point games now this time of the year where you can kind of just say, hey, we're going to put this team, we want to put this team to bed. Like, I know it's February, but they're battling for their lives at this point, like where they are, and they're looking at the standings going, we have to win every game. Now, do we have to win every game? No, we don't, but you want to start putting doubt in other teams' minds, thinking, like maybe we don't have a chance to catch them. And it's tough because, to mentally get past looking at the board and being focused on just winning this game, because eventually that will reward yourself later on in a month or 6 weeks from now.
Coach, enjoy pink in the rink night tonight. Thanks again.
Always a pleasure.
Royals looking to go 15 points ahead of the Beast for the 4th and final playoff spot, and a Reading win. They'll be lone possession of second place in the North.